Welcome to Music of South Asia and Middle East. Today, we will discuss everything about vocal music of Pakistan. At the end of this lesson, students should be able to explain the vocal music of Pakistan, appreciate the vocal music of Pakistan, and at last, list the sample vocal music of Pakistan through listening. For your pretest, please refer to your activity sheet. True or false? Write true if the statement is correct and false if it is not. Write your answer on the space provided. Number 1. Classical music of Pakistan is based on traditional music of South Asia which was patronized by various empires. Number 2. Ustad Nusra Fateh Ali Khan and Kahat Fateh Ali Khan belongs to the Senya Gharana. Number 3. Muhammad Sharif Khan Ponchwali is a legendary sitar player. Number 4. Shaukat Hussain, Tari Khan, and Tafu Khan have been exponents of classical tabla playing from Pakistan. Number 5. Ustad Rais Khan was one of the last remaining Pakhawai players of Pakistan. It's time for us to answer. Number 1. The answer is true. Number 2. The answer is false. Number 3. The answer is true. Number 4. The answer is true. And last, number 5, the answer is false. Let's have a short recap on what we have discussed before. Please refer to your activity sheets. Multiple choice. Encircle the letter of the correct answer. Number 1. Describe as a non-membranous percussion instrument but with solid resonators. Number 2. Also known as blown air, it is characterized by the use of air to excite the various resonators. Number 3. Describe as a membranous percussive instrument. This class of instruments typically comprise the drums. Number 4. Described as bowed stringed instrument. This is one of the oldest classification of instrument. Number 5. Referred to as vina during the old civilization, instruments in this class are plucked. It's time for us to answer. Number 1, the answer is C, gun. Number 2, the answer is B, sushir. 3, the answer is A, avanad. 4, the answer is B, vitat. 5, the answer is C, tat. Let's proceed to the discussion. Central Asian music encompasses numerous different musical styles, originating from a large number of sources. Though Pakistan is a part of South Asia, its western part is considered as an extension of Central Asia. Pakistan is known for its unique vocals. The distinctive Pakistani sounds was formed with multiple influence not only from various parts of South Asia, but it also includes diverse elements from Central Asia, Persia, Turkey, and the Arab world. Classical music of Pakistan is based on the traditional music of South Asia, which was patronized by various empires that ruled the region and gave birth to several genres of classic music, including the classic and Hindustani classical music. The classical music of Pakistan has two main principles: sur, musical note, and lay, or rhythm. The systematic organization of musical notes into a scale is known as ra'ag. The arrangement of rhythm, lay, in a cycle is known as ta'al. Improvisation plays a major role during performance. There are many families from gharanas of classical music who inherited the music from their forefathers and are still performing. Some famous gharanas are Kwa al Bacha Gharana, Ustad Nusra Fateh Ali Khan, and Rahat Fateh Ali Khan belongs to this gharana. The second one is Patiala Gharana. Shafaqat Amanat Ali Khan belongs to this gharana too. Number 3, Senya Gharana. Ustad Ghulam Farid Nizami, a prominent sitar player and a Sufi singer, belongs to this gharana. Number of other gharanas are present in Pakistan which serve classical music. Some classical musicians like Ustad Badar uz Zaman do not belong to any famous gharana, but has served classical music enormously. The legendary sitar player Muhammad Sharif Khan Punchwali belongs to Punch Gharana of sitar. Ustad Rais Khan is another prominent sitar player of Pakistan. Shaukat Hussain, Tari Khan, and Tafu Khan have been exponents of classical tabla playing from Pakistan. Talib Hussain was one of the last remaining Pakwaja players of Pakistan and was recognized practitioner of Punjab Gharana style of drum type instrument. Vocal music of Pakistan. Pakistan is known for its two vocal style in singing. The first one is ghazal. In poetry, the ghazal is a poetic form consisting of couplets which share a rhyme and a refrain. Each line must share the same meter. Etymologically, the word literally refers to the mortal cry of gazelle. The animal is called gazelle, from which the English word gazelles stems, or kastorik haran, where haran refers to deer in Urdu. Ghazals are traditionally expressions of love, separation, and loneliness, for which the ghazal is an appropriate image. A ghazal can thus be understood as a poetic expression of both the pain of loss or separation of the lover and the beauty of love in spite of that pain. The structural requirements of the ghazal are more stringent than those of most poetic forms traditionally written in English. In its style and content, it is a genre which has proved studied variety of expression around its central theme of love and separation between lovers. The ghazals can be written by male poets for women, as well as by female poets for men, as an expression of one's feeling about mutual love and whatever comes in that package accompanying joys, frustration, disappointments, fulfillment, and satisfaction. The ghazal spread into South Asia in the 12th century under the influence of the new Islamic Sultanate court and Sufi mystics. Exotic to the region, as is indicated by the very sounds of the name itself when properly pronounced as ghazal. Although the ghazal is most prominently a form of Urdu poetry, today it has influenced the poetry of many languages. Most ghazal singers are trained in classical music and sing in either Khyal or Tumri. Let us explore and be familiarized with the music of Pakistan. For this additional audio and visual activity, you may watch the following links online: Pakistani Ghazal Payam, Mashrik's Ghazal at www.youtube.com. Qawwali is a devotional music of the Chishti Sufis. Qawwali is a vibrant musical tradition that goes back more than 700 years in South Asia. Although most Qawwali singers are found in Pakistan, and they perform mainly at Sufi shrine throughout South Asia, it has also gained mainstream popularity. Qawwali music received international exposure through the work of Sabri brothers in 1975. Late Bakshi Salamat, Aziz Mian, and Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan, largely due to several releases on the Real World label, followed by live appearances at WOMAD festivals. Listeners, and often artists, themselves are transported to a state of wahad, a trance-like state where they feel one with God, generally considered to be the height of spiritual ecstasy in Sufism. Qawwali was essentially created by Amir Khusrau in the late 13th century in the Mughal Empire. During the first major migration in the 11th century, the musical tradition of Sama migrated to South Asia from Turkey. Rumi and his Mevlana order of Sufism have been the propagators of Sama in Central Asia. Amir Khusrau of the Chishti order of Sufis is credited with fusing the Turkish, Persian, Arabic, and South Asian musical traditions to create Qawwali as well as the classical music tradition. The word Sama is used or is the preferred name in Central Asia and Turkey. for forms very similar to Qawwali, while in Pakistan, the formal name used for a session of Qawwali is Mehfil-e Sama. For additional audio-visual activity, you may watch the following links online. Rahat Fateh Ali Khan Best Qawwali at www.youtube.com. The next one is Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan Best Qawwali, www.youtube.com. For this activity, please refer to your activity sheets. Direction: compare and contrast the vocal instrumental music of Pakistan from the music of India. Answer this diagram below for 10 points. Vocal music often has a sequence of sustained pitches that rise and fall, creating a melody, but some vocal styles use less distinct pitches, such as chants, or a rhythmic speech-like delivery, such as rapping, as well. There are extended vocal techniques that may be used, such as screaming, growling, throat singing, or yodeling. For this wrap up, please refer to your activity sheet. Fill in the blank. Identify what is being described. Write your answer on the blank. Number 1. Blank is a poetic form consisting of couplets which share a rhyme and a refrain. 2 and 3. Ghazals are traditionally expression of blank, separations, and blank for which the ghazal is an appropriate image. 4. Blank is a vibrant musical tradition that goes back more than 700 years in South Asia. 5. Qawwali was essentially created by blank in the late 13th century in the Mughal Empire. These are the answer for your wrap up. Number 1, Ghazal. 2, Love. 3 and 4, Loneliness, Qawwali. Number 5, Amir Kus Khan. Vocal music is a type of singing performed by one or more singers, either with instrumental accompaniment or without instrumental accompaniment, a cappella, in which singing provides the main focus of the piece. Music which employs singing but does not feature it prominently is generally considered to be instrumental music, as is music without singing. Vocal music is probably the oldest form of music, since it does not require any instrument besides the human voice. All instrumental and musical cultures have some form or type of vocal music. We're almost through with our discussion, and now for the last part, which is the post-test. Please refer to your activity sheet. Matching type. Match column A to column B. Write the letters only. 1. It is the systematic organization of musical notes into a scale into the music of Pakistan. 2. Aside from the Muhammad Sharif, Khan Punch Waili, he is also one of the prominent sitar players of Pakistan. 3. In what year does the ghazal spread into South Asia under the influence of the new Islamic Sultanate courts? 4. It is a vibrant musical tradition that goes back more than 700 years in South Asia. 5. This word used in Central Asia and Turkey for forms very similar to Qawwali. Following are the answers for your post-test. 1. Letter E, Sama. 2. Letter D, Rag. 3. Letter B, 13th. 4. Letter A, Qawwali. 5. Letter C, Ustad Rais Khan. I hope that everyone have learned something out from the discussion. Thank you for listening.